Heart of a Champion, Chapter 6. Jimmy told me about Little League sign-ups. He'd made the majors the year before. He played shortstop and batted third for the Woodside Plaza Merchants. He didn't have to try out, but I did. He had it worked out. I'd get assigned to his team, play second base. We'd be a great double-play combo. He'd bat third and lead the league in hitting and runs batted in. I'd bat second and lead in runs scored. Our team would win the title. It sounded great to me. On the day of tryouts, there were probably 100 guys at Red Morton Park. Some man took my name and pinned a number on my back and asked how old I was and whether I wanted to play infield or outfield. I'm 12, I said, and I want to play infield. Over there. They called numbers one by one. Each guy took 5 ground balls, every one a little harder than the one before. The last ball was really stroked. I watched about 10 guys before my number was called. My hands were shaking. That's how nervous I was. The first ball was a simple 2-hopper, but I bobbled it. The next, I handled okay, but I got a bad jump on the 4th, and the ball slipped through. I could see the man make a mark on his clipboard. I had to field the last ball cleanly. I had to. The coach swung. The ball exploded off the bat. I froze, unsure whether to step forward and try to take it off my shoe tops, or to back up and field it on the bounce. The ball short-hopped me, skidded off the heel of my glove, and nailed me square in my right eye. The coach hustled out, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm fine." I had my head down, trying to hide my face, but he made me look up. Then he grimaced. "That eye needs an ice pack. Your parents might even want a doctor to look at it." "But what about my tryout?" I asked, as he led me off the field. "I've got to be on the Woodside Plaza Merchants." He patted me on the back. "Don't worry, we'll assign you to a team. Your eye comes first." He had me call home, and my mother picked me up about 15 minutes later. By the time we reached our house, I could open my eye only halfway, and I had the worst headache of my life. Sunday morning, my eye was swollen shut. I didn't want to go, but I forced myself to walk over to Henry Ford. Jimmy's face fell when I told him what had happened. "Did you tell him that you have to be on the Woodside Plaza Merchants?" "Yeah," I said, "but I don't think it's going to work." Mr. Winter came over. "That's a nasty shiner, Seth. What happened?" I told the story again. Mr. Winter listened, then turned to Jimmy. "Well, son, let's get to it. It won't be as much fun without Seth, but you can still get in some practice." On Wednesday, team assignments were posted. My mother drove me to the rec center. My eye was still a little swollen, so I had trouble finding my name on that long white sheet of paper. When I finally found it, I was crushed. They'd stuck me on the Ings Palace Mets, a minor league team. That night, I moped through dinner. "Look, Seth," my mother finally said, "I know you want to be on the same team as your friend, but Jimmy has been playing for years. You've only been playing a few months. You can't expect to be as good as he is, not without a lot of practice." I slumped down in my chair. "I know, but how am I going to get practice? Nobody else on the block plays baseball. Jimmy's got his father, but—" I stopped cold. The words had spilled out. We both sat perfectly still for a long moment. It's a moment we have every once in a while when both of us feel my father's absence. I never know when those moments are going to come. If I did, I'd stop them, because I hate them. I hate the way my mother raises her chin and bites down on her jaw, and I hate the way my own heart pounds. It's like we're both paralyzed, like we both want to say something, but there is absolutely nothing to say. Finally, I started clearing the dishes from the table. "It's okay, Mom," I said, once I got my hands in the soapy water. "I'll think of something. And the minors won't be so bad."